Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you for subscribing and supporting my channel. Let's begin our chair yoga class today. All we need is a yoga mat and a chair placed on top of the mat so there's no slipping of the chair. Let's come seated forward in the chair, with our glutes on the chair, hamstrings off the chair, allowing us to have that 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Sitting nice and tall, let's roll our shoulders back and down once just to relax the shoulders, placing the hands wherever they may land on the lap. Sitting nice and tall, closing your eyes and taking a moment to notice if you're breathing deeply. When you inhale, you notice the chest rise and then the belly rise. Exhaling, noticing the belly fall and then the chest fall. Let's notice for the next 3 rounds of breath. Let's do a scan of our body, starting at the crown of our head, working down to our toes. Looking for any areas you need to be mindful of as we move through practice today. This could be an old or new injury that might crop up during a particular pose. So please remember to always keep yourself safe, and if a pose doesn't feel right or it's uncomfortable, please do not do that pose. Continuing with our scan. And returning our attention once again to our breath. And once again, notice if you're breathing deeply for the next 4 rounds of breath. Keeping your eyes closed, let's lower one ear towards the shoulder, gently stretching out the side of the neck. Sitting tall, breathing deeply. One more breath here. Returning to our starting position, and this time lowering the opposite ear to the shoulder. One more breath. Returning to center, and this time lifting the chin as if you're gazing up at the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck. One more breath here. Return to center, and this time drawing the chin into the chest, stretching the back of the neck. And one more breath here. Returning to center and opening the eyes. Let's take our fingertips to the back of our neck, starting at the base of our skull, massaging the neck all the way down to the shoulders, working back up the neck and down the neck. Just notice if you're holding any tension in the neck. Working up the neck and down the neck. Last time, up the neck and down the neck. And releasing the hands from the neck. Let's roll out the wrists, taking care of the wrists, keeping them healthy. Rolling the opposite direction. One more roll, making a stop sign with one hand, bringing gentle pressure to the fingers, just until you feel the sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. One more breath here. And let's relax the hand, lower the fingers, and once again, gentle pressure, this time feeling the sensation of the stretch along the top of the wrist. So we're working the extensors and flexors of the wrist with these 2 movements. One more breath here. And let's change hands, making that stop sign, bringing gentle pressure to the fingers just until you feel the sensation of the stretch in the wrist. And in this class, we always stop at that first sensation of the stretch to stay safe. One more breath. Let's relax the hand, lower the fingers. Once again, gentle pressure, feeling the stretch along the top of the wrist. One more breath here. And let's shake it out. And now let's make some start fingers. So I'd like you to separate your fingers wide apart and really engage all the muscles in your fingers and the palms of your hands. Really engaging all of the muscles. And then we're going to relax the hand. We're going to grab onto a thick jump rope. We're going to jump forward, so we're rotating the wrists forward. Giving nice movement into the wrists. One more rotation, and let's go back to star fingers, engaging all the muscles in the fingers and the palms of the hands. One more breath here. Grabbing that jump rope, this time jumping backwards, so rotating the hands towards the body. One more rotation, back to star fingers, engaging all the muscles. Relax the hand and now touch the thumb to the tip of the pinky finger and move up and down the hand. This time we're going to touch the thumb to the base of the pinky finger, moving up and down the hand. And last time. And let's shake it out, jazz hands. Beautiful. Let's roll the shoulders back, releasing any tension that we might be holding in the shoulders today. And let's roll the shoulders forward. Last roll here. Beautiful. Now we're going to start with one hand extended out to the side. And we're just going to reach forward and come back to the side. So think about your posture here, staying nice and tall in your posture. Stopping at the side, let's draw that arm up overhead and down. Overhead and down. Overhead and down. This time palm faces down and lower to the side of the chair and back up. And last time. Beautiful. Starting on the other side and bringing it forward and out. Pausing here, palm faces up, taking it up and back to the side. Pausing here, palm faces down, take it down to the chair and up. Beautiful. Resting the hands on the lap for a moment. Now we're going to combine everything. So we're going to take it, hands out to the side. We're going to draw the hands towards each other, palms facing in, taking it back out. Take it in, out, out as we exhale, in as we inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale, palms face up. Take the hands up and out, up, out. Once more, taking it up and out. This time palm faces down, lowering down, coming back to center and lower, center, lower, center, lower. Last time, lower, center, and dropping the hands lower. Let's roll out the shoulders. And let's roll the opposite direction. Beautiful. Now we're going to start with our elbows bent. We're going to take our elbow and travel, touching the back of the chair with the elbow. We're going to follow the traveling elbow with our gaze. So as we exhale and twist, following the elbow, touching back to the chair, inhaling, coming forward. Exhale, opposite side, follow the elbow with your gaze, inhale forward, exhale, twist, inhale forward, exhale, twist, inhale forward, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. One last time. Exhale, inhale, and lowering the hands. Now you're going to take one hand to the opposite knee, bring the other hand behind you on the chair, sitting nice and tall, and on an exhale, twisting, looking over the shoulder, holding here for 8 rounds of breath. Notice the sensations in the body as you first move into this pose, feeling any tightness there might be there, and breathing deeply and just allowing the muscles a chance to relax in this gentle twist. One more breath here. And slowly unwind, coming back to center. And let's do it on the opposite side. So bringing the hand to the knee, opposite hand behind you on the chair, sitting nice and tall. Exhale and twist, holding here for 8 rounds of breath. And again, notice the sensations in the body here. The muscles resisting as we first move into this gentle twist. And as we continue breathing, the muscles begin to relax. One more breath here. And slowly unwind, coming forward. Beautiful. And we're going to start with our hands down by our side. We're going to bring one hand up overhead. And I want you to really stretch and reach as if you're trying to touch the ceiling with the fingertips. Holding here, feeling the rib cage lift and open on that side of the body. One more breath here. We're going to lower that hand and bring the other hand overhead. Once again, really stretch and reach as if you're trying to touch the ceiling, feeling the rib cage lift and open. One more breath. Beautiful, and lowering the hands. Now taking our feet just on a slight diagonal, we're going to reach across the body at eye level and just stretch and reach here. Look beyond the fingertips. One more breath. And coming back into a seated position and reach across with the opposite hand. Looking beyond the fingers. One more breath. And coming back to seated. This time we're going to bring one elbow down to the knee, palm facing up. Bring the other arm up and over, looking through the fingers at the ceiling, or if it's more comfortable, you can look through the armpit at the opposite wall. One more breath. And slowly coming back up into seated, and once again, elbow down to the knee, palm shines up. Bring the arm up and over, looking through the fingers, or you can look through the armpit at the opposite wall. One more breath. And coming back into a seated position. Beautiful. Bring those feet back once again. Let's roll the shoulders back twice. And roll the shoulders forward twice. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands out to the sides. We're going to start making circles. Enlarging the circle each time we rotate. Finding your full range of motion here. And shrinking that circle back down. Nice and tight circle. Pause and let's circle the opposite way. Enlarging that circle each time. Finding your full range of motion. And shrinking that circle back down once again. Beautiful. Let's drop the hands down by our side. And with a fluid movement, we're just going to move from side to side, bringing the hand overhead, looking through the fingers, and then changing sides. Looking up through the hand overhead. Let's do 4 more singles. Last one. Beautiful. And bringing your hands this time down to your hips. We're going to do a few rounds of cow and cat breath. We're not using our arms. So we're going to inhale, lift the head and the chest for cow. We're going to exhale, arch the back and look down towards the mat for cat. Inhale and lift for cow. Exhale and arch for cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. We'll do one more set. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Beautiful. Sitting nice and tall in the chair. This time taking the hands under the chair, holding onto the chair, picking up one foot, rolling out the ankle, just noticing the range of motion we have in the ankle. Let's change directions of that roll. And now let's turn that into a point for 2, a flex for 2. Point and flex. Let's do 2 more. Point and flex, point and flex. Setting that foot down, let's rotate the opposite ankle and notice the range of motion you have in this foot. Rolling the other way. Notice any restrictions you might have. And turn this now into a point and a flex. Point, flex, point, flex. We'll do one more. Point and flex, and set the foot down. Now we're going to take that foot and bring it forward. We're going to take the opposite heel, slide it up, grabbing onto the heel, and then bringing our supporting leg once again to a nice 90-degree bend at the knee. Keep your foot flexed to protect the bent knee. And we're going to exhale and lower towards the body in this figure 4, feeling a nice stretch in the hip. Breathing deeply here, lowering towards the body until you feel a nice stretch. Now lower for the next 4 rounds of breath a little closer to the legs. Enhance the stretch. Final breath. Slowly rise up. The foot on the floor comes forward, allowing you to slide that leg back down. Now that foot comes down, opposite heel slides up the leg. We're going to grab onto the heel, bring that supporting leg into that 90-degree bend once again, sitting tall in your chair, foot flexed to protect the bent knee. Exhaling and lowering towards the body. Feeling that nice stretch in the hip, lowering as far as you can comfortably. In the next 4 rounds of breath, lower a little closer, intensify the stretch. One more breath here. Slowly rise up. The foot on the floor comes forward once again so you can slide the leg down. This time we're going to bring the feet on a slight diagonal. We don't quite have that 90-degree bend at the knees. We're going to sit nice and tall in the chair here. We're going to bring our arms into cactus pose. This is this seated goddess pose. We're going to draw the arms together in front of the body, pressing the palms of the hands and the elbows together, really squeezing here. Coming back into our neutral position. And this time, engage the shoulder blades as you bring those elbows slightly behind the body, really squeezing the shoulder blades together, as if you're trying to hold a pencil and not let it drop. Coming back into neutral. Elbows and palms in the hands come together and squeeze. Coming back to neutral. Once more, drawing the elbows behind the body, feeling the shoulder blades engage. Coming back to neutral. One last time, bringing the elbows and palms of the hands together and adding a pulse this time. So squeezing and pulsing. 2 more. Coming back into neutral. And once again behind the back. Coming back into neutral. And let's lower everything down. Let's bring those feet facing forward once again. We're going to touch down with the toe. And we're just going to do some lifting of the toe off of the floor, feeling the quads engage here. 2 more. Let's place that foot down and start the other foot. Toe touch down and lift. Sit nice and tall here. Notice your posture. 2 more. Beautiful. Let's take that heel out to the side and we're just going to do the same thing. Keep a slight bend in the knee as we lift. Notice your posture. 2 more. And bringing that foot back in front, starting with that heel extended, slight lift, knees slightly bent, feeling the quads engage here. 2 more. Beautiful. And dropping that foot in front. This time just alternating between a heel-toe touch. It's a really narrow, close together heel and toe touch. We're just going to travel out to the side. Travel forward. Out to the side. And forward. Last time, out to the side. And forward. Let's change foot. Once again, heel-toe. Traveling out to the side. And forward. Out to the side. Forward. Last time, out to the side. And forward. Beautiful. Setting them down. Lifting the heels off the floor. Alternating a heel touch down. One side to the next. Keeping the toes on the floor at all times. 2 more on each side. Beautiful. This time the heels glue down and we lift the toes and we alternate the toes. Two more on each side. This time alternate heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Keep it going. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. 2 more. Beautiful. And let's bring the feet to rest, sitting nice and tall here. Bringing your hands to your hips. We're just going to circle in one direction. Notice if you're holding any tension in the body as we move through this gentle circle. One more full circle. Pause at center. And this time circling the other way. One more full circle. And pause at center. Let your hands rest on your lap. Sit nice and tall. Close your eyes. Notice your breath. Relaxing your shoulders here. Let's scan our body, starting at the crown of the head, working down to the toes. Noticing without judgment any changes from the scan at the start of class. Do you feel more energy moving through the body? Do you notice any changes? Completing our scan and bringing our attention once again to the breath. And notice the belly rise on the inhale for the next 3 rounds of breath. Allowing your hands to drop to your side, bringing them overhead, palms come together, lower down to heart center, keeping the eyes closed. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with this practice today and taking this mindful time for some movement and self-care. It's so important. Remember, it really is easy to love yoga. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me.